Join me on this video where I'm showing you one of my business ideas that I started back in 2020, which was my first YouTube channel, right? So I started a very successful YouTube channel because I was looking at the people who were leading in the space, right? So the guys who were leading in the space, they were making, I just checked, they were making, roughly $20,000 per month, right? So that was my motive, right? So they were making roughly from $2,000 to $20,000 per month, right? So I did my research. I checked the guys, how much they were making, and I was like, you know what, let me just start the channel because that's what other people are making, right? So I was inspired by the trending idea back in 2020 because faceless YouTube channels were trending in 2020, right? So I saw everybody starting faceless channels, so I was like, you know what, let me jump on it. So that's the reason why I started a YouTube channel back in 2020, because around that time I just stopped my first online business, right? So I was like, you know what, let me just do something else. So I jumped on my second business idea, which was a faceless YouTube channel, right? So it was trending. Number two, I saw people making compilation videos, right? Because I grew up playing soccer, so I was like, you know what, I love soccer. Even till today, I still play soccer, right? So I was like, you know what, let me just start a football channel because that's what I love, right? So I did my research. I checked the guys who were leading in the space. The guys who were leading were Skiller and also Simmons, right? There are many other channels, guys. I'm sure you've seen it on YouTube. If you can just type funny football vines, you will see a lot of channels, but these two are leading or were leading in the space, right? So I'm gonna show you those two channels, right? I'm gonna show you also my channel, but in this video I'm going to reveal 4 reasons why I stopped my YouTube channel, even though people were making a killing in the space, right? Because sometimes, guys, you gotta be very careful that a business that works for others, it might not work for you, right? So you gotta understand that you make sure that you do your homework, because the business that works for others, it might not work for you, right? So my channel was called Trendy Football, right? So my channel was called Trendy Football, right? So this was my channel, right? So I enjoyed, the one thing positive about my channel is that I enjoyed making funny videos, because this channel felt like making TikTok videos, right? Basically I took videos from TikTok, right, and then I edited the videos using HitFilm video editor. And what was nice with that process is that there was no copyright strike because I was taking videos from a different platform, right? But if you take videos on YouTube and then you edit them, you might face a copyright claim or a copyright strike. So you gotta make sure that you don't use the content on YouTube, right? So this was my channel, guys. You can go and watch these videos, but as you can see, I stopped posting 3 years ago, right? So I stopped posting 3 years ago because I think, how many videos do I have here? I have like 34 videos, right? So it was easy for me to create these videos, but I stopped because I learned 4 things, right, about the channel, right? So even though the other guys were making a killing, Skiller and Simmons, right, I just checked on Social Blade, right? So Skiller currently, this is how much they are making. They are making between 1.8k to 28,000k per month, right? So back in the days, I mean, I'm sure they were making less. So, but when I converted that to rands, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be rich, guys. My honest truth is that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be rich, right? I came from a background of being an engineer, so I was like, you know what, this is my time to surpass my career, right? But little did I know that the idea was fine, but I needed to make some adjustments because the idea was not going to work for me. It was working for others, but it was not working for me. Now, reason number 1 why I stopped the channel is that as much as it was easy for me to create these videos, but what I picked up is that if it's easy to create this content, it means it's easy for other people to create the same thing. All right, so let me repeat that statement. I faced a creativity challenge, which means you couldn't tell a difference between my channel and other people's channels. Why? Because everybody was taking videos from TikTok, editing them using a video editor, and then posting them on YouTube. So if you were watching content on YouTube, subscribers, it was very difficult for them to be loyal to a new guy because there was no difference, right, in the market. So that's the problem number one that I faced. It was easy for me to produce the content, but I was producing what others were producing. So basically we were doing more or less the same thing. So we were just repurposing the same content and we ended up all creating the same thing. So which means though the topic was trending, but the supply was the same. So that's the first thing that I experienced. That's the first thing that was my biggest problem, right? So number one, it was the creativity challenge. So guys, you gotta be very careful that, you know, whenever you're creating content, always make sure that your content has your element that is unique and that is different, right? Because when viewers or when people look at your content and when they see what they see in other people's channels, the question is, what reason will you give them to consume your content? Because your content is just the same as other people's content, right? So I'm not saying that you must, and to make a different content, it doesn't mean you must spend a lot of money editing your content. It's how you deliver your content, it's how you package your content, and it's also how you share, you know, your stories. We can both produce the same video, but our storytelling is not going to be the same, right? So that's what I picked up also with the Faceless YouTube channel, that your creativity will be limited. My creativity at that time, it was very limited because I couldn't show people that I'm a good storyteller, right? Because I was doing a faceless YouTube channel. My advice in 2025 will be, don't start faceless YouTube channels. Guys, let me repeat this. Don't start faceless YouTube channels. It's very easy to create faceless YouTube channels, right? It's very easy because now we are living in a time of AI. You can use AI to create faceless YouTube channels. But the problem is that the guys who started those channels will be the only guys who will make more money, because the new guy will end up creating more or less the same content, right? So me personally, I wouldn't, right? So that was the problem number one I faced. I faced a creativity problem, right? I faced a creativity problem. If you look at my channel, you look at Skiller, and then you look at Simmot, the videos are more or less the same, right? So which means, why would a viewer watch the same thing from 3 different people, right? So that was the problem I had. And number two, the niche was not sustainable. Meaning, for me, if I was struggling, you know, to make, to get attention at that time, I was gonna have a problem, you know, few years down the line, right? So guys, you gotta make sure that's when you are starting a channel, because building takes time. So you don't wanna like build something and then leave it and then move to something else. Before you create a channel, before you start a business, ask yourself this question: will you are you going to do that in the next 3 years? Right? Ask yourself that are you going to do what you are starting in the next 3 years? If your answer is yes, then go for it, right? Because I don't want you to waste time. Guys, let me tell you something. Building takes time, and you don't want to waste your resources on things that are short term, right? So what I would suggest is that gotta make sure that you start a channel, or you start a business that you know that you're gonna do in the next 3 years, right? Now, problem number two, because I was doing a faceless YouTube channel, right? The only earning income that I was going to make was from Google AdSense, right? Not Google AdSense, YouTube AdSense. Yes, I'm sorry, not Google, YouTube AdSense, meaning I was going to make money from ads, right? So my idea was, I'm going to push my channel until I get 1,000 subscribers and get 4,000 watch hours, and then get monetized and then make money from ads. But guys, it was hard to get subscribers. Do you know why it was hard? It's because I was creating the same content. You know, I remember it once, I even ran a YouTube ad, right, to boost my channel. I'm gonna show you a video where I ran an ad. You will see the subscribers were crazy, so the viewers were crazy, right? So when you look at this video, this 6 minutes video, you could see the views were 124,000. The reason why these views were 124,000, it's because I ran an ad on this, right? And running an ad, it's increased my subscribers, right? My subscribers ended up being 620, and I spent like 10,000 rand, which was roughly $450, right? I remember, guys, I was very desperate because I wanted to grow my channel, because I wanted to make money as these two guys, right? So that was it's something that I wouldn't suggest to anybody, because you don't want to start something and also be frustrated along the journey, right? Yes, challenges will come, but you don't want to work under frustration, right? So guys, that's what happened. As you can see, my views were very low. The reason why my views picked up, it's because I was trying a lot of strategies, man. I will study other creators on YouTube. I will work day and night trying to post these videos. But the problem is that I faced a creativity problem, right? Even though I tried, but my creativity was limited. And number two, this thing was not sustainable because everybody was doing it, right? So, and number three, I faced an income problem, because the only way for you to make money through a faceless YouTube channel, it is through YouTube AdSense, right? And if you are starting a YouTube channel and you will only make money through YouTube ads, stop right now. Guys, I am telling you, if you are planning to start a channel, or if you have a channel and you are only making money, or you desire to make money through YouTube ads, then you rather stop now, because you're gonna spend too much effort, building something that will not make a lot of money for you, right? So I stopped because my niche was very limiting. It was soccer, so I couldn't talk about other things except soccer, right? So my niche was very limiting, so I was making soccer videos. And then number two, my income type was YouTube ads, right? But now the question is, why are these guys making a lot of money through YouTube ads? Because when you check on Skiller, right, when you check on Social Blade, right, these results are the results from YouTube ads. That's one thing I learned the hard way, right? The reason why these guys are making a killing, it's because these guys, the channels for these guys, they come from high CPM countries, right? So on YouTube, there's something called CPM, cost per mile, right? So if you live in a first world country, your CPM will be high, right? If you live in the US, if you live in Europe, your CPM will be high. But if you live in third world countries like South Africa, your CPM will be low. It's something that I didn't know. I had to learn that thing the hard way. I had to learn that through the journey of building the channel. Remember, guys, the idea was very attractive, so that's why I executed on the idea. But little did I know that I still have a journey to learn about the platform. I knew nothing about CPM, right? Only to find that, yes, I'm building a good channel, but I live in South Africa, so my CPM will be very low. Even if my channel was monetized, I wasn't gonna make the money that these guys were making. Why? Because in South Africa, the CPM is very low, right? So the CPM is affected by two things. It is affected by the country, and also it is affected by the niche, right? So I was in a sports niche. So a sports niche doesn't have a higher CPM than the niche of finances or real estate, right? The big channels that make a lot of money through YouTube ads are the channels that are in a niche of finances, in the niche of real estate, insurance. Those are the channels, or those are the niches that makes a lot of money through YouTube ads, right? So I built a channel that was a failure from the beginning. Why? Because I chose a sports niche, right, which had a low CPM. And then number two, I'm living in South Africa, so already the CPM was low, So if I chose an income type of earning money through YouTube ads, I was already limiting my earning potential, even though I was building the channel. So guys, what am I trying to teach you with this video is that it's good, to be attracted to an idea online, but also do your homework about the platform, right? Whether you're starting an Instagram account, whether you're starting a TikTok account, or whether you're starting a YouTube channel, make sure, guys, that you learn about the platform, learn about the different ways on how you can make money on the platform, and always choose, guys, the income type that has least resistance, right? The income type on YouTube that has least resistance, it is selling your own products. If you want to make a killing on YouTube in terms of revenue, you gotta sell your own products. Don't depend on affiliates. Don't depend on YouTube ads. Don't depend on sponsorships. You need to sell your own products. If you want to make a killing, if you want to make a lot of money on YouTube, you gotta sell your own products. That's why you can make a killing on YouTube with few subscribers, right? It's a matter of selling your own product. So guys, that was my testimony. That was the reason why I stopped, my second business, right? Which was called Trendy Football, which was a YouTube channel. So guys, I'm sharing these testimonies because I want to show you that, when you are starting a business, you will face some failures. Maybe you have faced some failures in the past. And with this video, I wanted to teach you that you can turn around your failures, right? You can turn around your failures. You can learn from your failures, because through every failure, there are lessons that you are getting, right? But you gotta make sure that when you do things, you do them the right way. You don't want to do things the hard way, because you will delay your success, right? So guys, hit me in the comments. Let me know if you have started your YouTube channel, and also tell me what are your biggest challenges, as a content creator in 2025. Guys, I'm telling you, 2025, the environment is very conducive, right? The YouTube algorithm suits us, the YouTube algorithm, it favors the micro, personal brands, the micro, creators, which means YouTube algorithm, they promote, they promote on the homepage, they promote on the suggestion page, or suggested videos, videos that have low views, or videos from small channels. So guys, you have no reason in 2025 of not starting a YouTube channel. So guys, hit me in the comments. I want to know your story. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.